man involved in a nearly 30-hour standoff last September in Gering appeared in court late last week for sentencing. With KNOP's Panhandle Roundup, I'm Victoria Kramer. And the Nebraska Rural Radio Association reports that Bradley Garcia did not have to stand trial after the 38-year-old pleaded no contest to charges of use of a firearm to commit a felony and 2 counts of attempted first-degree assault on an officer. The Gering man did not speak during sentencing, and District Judge Leo Dobrovolny showed little mercy, handing down 15 to 20-year sentence for the attempted first-degree assault convictions and another 5 to 8 for weapon charges. In total, the 3 sentences will run consecutive to each other for a total prison sentence of 35 to 48 years. Now turning to weather now with meteorologist Andre Brooks. He's standing by in the Weather Center.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria. And those clouds are starting to clear on out here across the Panhandle after a very stormy night here across our area. And these clouds will continue to decrease as we progress during the rest of the day today. And as we head into our current temperatures, our temperatures are feeling pretty cool at this time, mainly in the 40s and the 50s. And we have 46 degrees here in Alliance, 55 in Scottsbluff, 49 in Kimball, and we have 51 in Chadron. And looking at the rest of the day, we will continue to see those clouds be on the decrease, and our temperatures only climb up into the 50s, so it's feeling a little bit more like winter time than what we're supposed to be seeing this time of year. We're supposed to be seeing temperatures in the 70s, but once we get into tonight, we will see those temperatures drop on down into the 40s and then into the 30s, and we will start out the day on Wednesday into the 30s with those mainly sunny skies. And once we enter into our Wednesday, we will see a very spring-like day. So Victoria, I'm here to tell you we got a break in store from the rain tomorrow.
Thank you, Andre. And we are nearly a week past the primary election, and after supporting candidates attempting to unseat the incumbents, the Nebraska GOP is stressing unity within the party. Every single Republican incumbent in the congressional delegation is moving forward, and when the NEGOP suggested Saturday that they endorse the incumbents, there was contention from the majority of delegates at the meeting, led by former CD2 contender Dan Free. It's unclear how the party will move forward to November. The vote to endorse the incumbents was delayed to a later date. And an argument between 2 Lincoln teenagers over the weekend ended with a 16-year-old dead and a 14-year-old facing a murder charge. Assistant Chief Jason Still says it's the youngest homicide suspect in his recent memory. A 14-year-old has been arrested, accused of stabbing 16-year-old Xavier Sawyer in the torso twice Saturday night at home near 64th and Adams. Sawyer was taken to the hospital where he later died. Several knives were taken by police, though. It's unclear if any were the murder weapon. The accused teen faces charges of first-degree murder and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony. The county attorney will now decide if he will be tried as an adult. And in northeast Nebraska, the man accused of killing 4 people, then setting 2 homes on fire, has filed a motion to not appear at his trial, which is set to start in September. And just recently changed venues. Jason Jones and his attorneys filed that motion last week, saying burns on his body make it difficult for him to sit upright for long periods of time. If the motion is granted, he would not have to be at any proceedings, jury selection, and any witness testimony. In August of 2022, prosecutors say Jones killed those 4 people in Laurel. His wife, Carrie, is also facing charges stemming from those murders. And a Lincoln man will be spending more than half a century behind bars in a federal prison after he was found guilty of several child pornography charges. 53-year-old Amiket and Mati, who also went by Warren Coker and had already been on the sex offender registry, will be locked up for the next 60 years. Both LPD and the FBI had received tips about Enmati, and in September of 2022, his home and phone were searched after a report that he had sexually abused a young girl. Investigators say he had multiple videos of at least 2 children on his phone and then uploaded them online, where a friend who is also a registered sex offender had access to them. And Mati will not be eligible for parole. And here's John with sports.
Welcome to the Sports Desk. The 2024 Nebraska State High School boys golf meets are set to begin today. And 4 towns hosting state tournament action: Norfolk, Scottsbluff, Columbus, and North Platte. The Scottsbluff Gering area hosting Class B action, which is underway. Scottsbluff beginning the 2-day event this morning, while Gering's Jack Mazer will be in action individually along with the Bearcats. Good luck to all the teams performing out in Scottsbluff. and we'll have an update right here on the Panhandle Roundup. That's all from the sports desk. Everyone have a great day and see ya.
Thank you, John. And student loan interest rates are on the rise, the biggest jump in at least a decade. The Department of Education says federal undergraduate loans will be 6.53% for the 2024-25 school year, an increase of over 1%. Graduate students can expect an interest rate of 8.08%, also a 1% increase. The Treasury yield has climbed while the Federal Reserve has kept interest rates high until inflation comes down. And ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, nonprofits aren't bringing in donations like they did before, especially with individual donors. Now, one Omaha-based organization is working to help come up with a better plan and recover funding. A new study shows overall giving was down about 10% last year, and some factors include the transfer of generational wealth. That's why the Nonprofit Association of the Midlands is pushing organizations to find new and creative ways to attract donors. And while a dip in donations can sometimes impact operations or even pay, they urge organizations to work together to bounce back.
I think it's talking to people. Use your board to help make connections. You know, your board of directors can be a great resource because they know people I don't. I think this is also an opportunity for collaboration and to say, you know, here's another organization that might work with similar populations. How can we work together to make sure our clients get served?
The Nonprofit Association of the Midlands is hosting a fundraising palooza in June with the goal of helping fundraisers and grant writers prepare to recruit new donors. And that's all we have for now. Remember to join us weekdays for the Panhandle Roundup, covering the stories in the Panhandle that matter to you. Have a great day.